Good morning, Professor Eric. My name is Cen Lam. I'm one of your student in your marketing class, Marketing 300 class. So today I would like to talk about a little bit about myself in this video. So I was born in Lima, Peru, and my parents are Chinese. Both of them are Chinese. After I was 3, my family moved to Ecuador. When I was 6 years old, my parents sent me to China so I can learn how to speak Chinese and how to understand Chinese culture because at that time they predicted that China will become one of the fastest growing country and one of the most powerful country in the world. So it is essential for me. It was essential for me to learn Chinese and to understand Chinese culture. So I have lived in China for 10 years. And then I went back to Ecuador to finish my high school. Now I'm here. Now I'm in the United States to finish my college life. So I basically live in Latin America for half my life, and the other I also live in China for the other half of my life. I love to live in Ecuador. Ecuador has a slower pace about life, and the ocean is warmer. People walk slower. They tend to be very laid back. That's why I love it. The ocean is 2 times warmer than the water in San Diego. In here, the water always freezing, but there is it's always nice to go to the beach there. I love it. You can also feel the nature easily and have a lot of connection with the animals. So sometimes lizard, you can see lizard all the time when you live in Ecuador because they go to your house and probably eat your plants or flowers or something. That's pretty common, and we enjoy that. It's very close to nature. I also live in southeast part of China. I live in Guangdong. Guangzhou is the city name. Guangdong is the province name of Guangzhou. I usually wake up early to have tea times with my family when I was in Guangzhou. And how to live there? How's the life there? The public transport. Be honest, the public transportation in Guangzhou, especially in the top city, is 10. I would say it's 10 to be honest, 10 times better than the one in San Diego. I literally can go to anywhere in the city in less than 2 hours. China, they invest more in public transportation and US doesn't. So those investment help the company, help Chinese people to move around much cheaper and allows not everyone to have a car. Um, I can speak 4 different languages. I can speak Cantonese because I live in Guangzhou for such a long time. So I speak Cantonese very well. And Cantonese, a lot of people think Cantonese are just a dialect. Actually, not. Cantonese, I think in 1994 by United Nations consider Cantonese is a language. It is not a dialect, and Cantonese actually is very popular. If you go to Los Angeles, old Chinatown, and a lot of old Chinese. If you go to Canada, Vietnam, France, most of them they don't. Singapore, and most of them they don't speak Mandarin, and they actually speak Cantonese. So a lot of people think Cantonese is dialect, but let me tell you one thing: if you know Cantonese, it's also as helpful as Mandarin. I also speak Mandarin because in China, if you no matter what dialect you speak, what language you speak, everyone has to learn Mandarin in the school. Second, I also speak English. Of course, I come to the U.S., so I have to speak English. Fourth, I also speak Spanish because I live in Latin America for half my life and I spent a great time in Latin America, so that's why I speak Spanish too. My major is business administration, and I'm also minoring in Spanish and anthropology. The reason I chose business administration as my major, first, I think it is a discipline that allows me to learn different knowledge from different fields because of the technology advance right now and globalization. I think learning different knowledge from different fields, it is important for us to make connection from different field. Um, Unlike accounting, because if you learn accounting, you only know most of them only know the knowledge from accounting. So that's why I don't love it. You cannot make a connection with different ideas, with different field. You only know your stuff. But business administration allows me to know different stuff from different field. Second, this is a discipline can apply to different countries. Unlike in like business law, if you learn business law in the United States or law from the United States, you cannot apply this knowledge to other country because different country have different legal system, like such as United States is using common law system, but France is using civil law system. Those two systems is totally different. And third, my parents own a business, so they think this discipline will give me the best out of all the disciplines. To be honest, I don't have a favorite brand. I'm not a great consumer. I don't buy a lot of different clothing and I don't go shopping a lot, so I don't have a favorite brand. However, I have two favorite companies. Two of them are Chinese company because I don't know. I love Huawei and Tencent. Huawei is consumer and internet internet equipment manufacturer is one of in the world. They're a Chinese company, and Tencent is a social media company in China. Both of them have been in China for such a long time, like most of have been 15 years. The reason I love them because I agree to their business model and company's value. Their worker always work very hard. They don't. I enjoy those competitiveness around the consumer. I also love their company's ethics, so that's why I love their company. In my life, I have a lot of good teachers and professors to help me a lot. They're usually passionate and honest to their students and jobs. Most of them are successful or have a distinct ideas in their field. A lot of them are biased and crazy, but they are successful in their field and they knows a lot about their field and they care about the student a lot. So that's why I always love them, and because of their passion and craziness, you always know you always try to be a good listener and critique them their ideas, so you won't fall in the same trap. So that's why I think they're good professor. One more thing, they always try their best to help the student to buy cheaper textbook because you can tell a professor that cares about a student, they always try to let the student to buy cheaper textbook. Last question, why am I taking marketing 300? I have a couple reasons. I have to take it because it's part of my major requirement. That's the first one. Second one, in order to make a company survive, we can either like lower the cost of the production or to sell more, to be a better marketer. And marketing helps us how to sell more and also have a stronger long-term relationship with the consumer. Third, every profitable company, they all have strong marketing in different forms. And you cannot find a successful company that doesn't do their marketing job well. So I think marketing is extremely important. So thank you for listening, and this is my video.